Okay, we are on the Trading Post. Let me lower my microphone down a little bit. And we are joined by Brett and Shaw from Caldwell Banker. How are you guys doing today?
And it is a beautiful, crisp morning here at Cedar Creek Lake this morning. A little cooler than we've been used to for 6 months or so.
Yeah, but I tell you, it's if you're looking to get out on the lake, this is a great morning to go out there fishing. Got a little nip in the air. I know you get that little bit of breeze. Might be a little chilly, but it just wakes you up in the morning. Good hot cup of coffee or cocoa out there on the boat, throwing a lure in. Good sunshine. Good day for getting out there doing some fishing.
Yeah, speaking of coffee, I was enjoying my coffee on the porch this morning as always, getting ready for coming over here. And that kind of leads me into our first property this morning. If you're looking for a good porch to sit on to drink your morning coffee,
I do like a good porch.
Yeah, this property here has got it. Not just one, but two of them. We'll get to that in a second. But at 11799 FM 1391, we've got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, approximately 2,000 square feet, sitting on 5 acres over here. And it has front and back covered porches. So whether you're a front porch sitter or a back porch sitter, it's got either one for you here.
It's got either one. What about, you say it's got 5 acres, it's got the house. What about a barn or a shed or anything?
Yes, it
like
does
that?
have a barn on the property. So if you're like me and maybe had too many projects going at one time, need some place to put them, this is a good one. Also has a storm shelter on the property.
Storm shelters. Those are an interesting thing. There needs to be a better name. Well, I guess you got to keep that name to tell people where to go in the event of certain events. But those things have lots of great uses besides just the one thing after its name.
They do, and I think they kind of developed back in the day before a lot of people had refrigerators and everything. A lot of people stored their canned goods underground in our area because it's a cool, year-round, pretty even temperature once you get down into there. And so more people call them a root cellar.
And root cellar, I like that name a lot better.
Right, and so they call them storm shelters these days, but it is still a good place, and the way they're set up could be used for a root cellar. And if you do happen to go down there, well, you've already got your supplies with you.
There you go.
And so, like I said, this wonderful property for only $315,000 today. Like I said, 5 acres. This is one of the more popular call-ins that I get is a home on a few acres recently.
Okay. What kind of construction is that one?
This is going to be a site-built home over there.
So that's site-built home there with the barn on 5 acres. And I know 5 acres is hot right now because that gives you some room to play. But if you've owned acreage before, like if you bump up to like 100, 200 acres, it is fun, but it gets to be work.
And this one could be a good one. We've been talking to one of our friends that he's a local appraiser in the area and talking about the different things that you have to do to qualify for some of the exemptions. Most people know that a few years ago they bumped it up from 5 to 10 acres to get your ag exemptions. So if you've got different projects like hay baling or cattle or some forms of crops in the area and you've got 10 acres, you can qualify for this ag exemption, which basically makes your taxes almost nothing on the land itself there. But in the last couple of years, one thing that he's personally into, I've gone out and assisted on this, and it's getting more popular in the area, is beekeeping. That's getting popular again. And I need to get him in here to talk about some of the specifics, but when we were talking a couple of weeks ago, he was stressing that across the state, it is more universal in the exemptions for bees rather than cattle may vary from county to county. And so 5 acres is kind of a universal amount of land that you need to qualify for that exemption.
Yeah, this is the same guy that I'm pretty sure took my bees from me. I had a nice bee collection coming to my Dr. Pepper cans out in my backyard. I found that bees, for whatever reason, they love Dr. Pepper cans. Not crushed, just empty Dr. Pepper cans, and it dries out and gets the syrupy, the little leftover little bit of syrupy in there, and they love to crawl in there to that. Well, somebody on this radio show went with this person to help him take out some bees out of a person's house. The day after those bees were taken, I no longer had bees in my Dr. Pepper can. So correlation is not causation, but it seemed awfully convenient.
Yeah, and that's how we especially know that these are Texas bees, because they were going after the Dr. Pepper,
They're
not
going
one of
after
these
the Dr.
other
Pepper.
Cokes that are out there.
Now, I'll tell you, if anybody's going to get the bees, I'm glad he got the bees because I know the bees are well taken care of. He loves them bees. He takes care of them. He built them a very nice house. They got a very nice place to live. So
Right, and so, I mean, just another thing that goes along with real estate, we try to help in every aspect of homes that we can. This one was removing bees from a home, and doing it in a way that capturing the bees rather than just having to hire an exterminator or something like that. So
yeah, because he actually captured the bees, so it was a mutual benefit. They got them out of the house, but the bees were taken care of. Because I know a lot of people talk about, we have to get our bee population back up, caring for them. That's part of the ag exemption for bees. What's the acreage for bees? What did he say? 5 acres.
5 acres.
5 acres with, I think he said 6 bee boxes.
6 in this particular county.
In that particular county there. And that particular county, even, you can get some ag exemptions down to 2 acres, but it goes off of like the amount of livestock you have. But you would probably have to be subsidizing those livestock with feed that you bring in to be able to feed them, because the 2 acres, in most cases, wouldn't provide enough forage for your livestock to do that 2 acres. So you'd have to just get with your local tax assessor on exactly what you're trying to do with agribusiness and your exemptions and things like that.
Yeah, that's one good thing. Bees go out and forage for themselves during the day.
Yeah, they take care of themselves.
Right, and this, like I said, this is just another thing that we have to do with housing. We, here at Coldwell Banker, we try to be involved in every form of the house that we can be, and be, not intended to joke there. But if you want to see some of these more interesting home videos that we may make, you can always log on to like my Facebook page. We film some of these things. It's not always just about the view or the bedrooms.
No, sometimes it's about the bees. I think you've actually got videos of you and him taking the bees out, and your homemade bee suit not being as good as his professional bee suit.
Mine wasn't. So if you want to see a guy get stung repeatedly for no good reason, then go watch that one as well.
It was worth him getting my bees to watch you get run off by them bees.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
That was interesting. What's the next property?
Next one is back over here in Gun Barrel City. This is going to be in the Mantle Manors subdivision at 104 Pennant Circle. And so this home, Pennant Circle, is just off of Legendary Lane there. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,053 square feet, sitting on 2 lots. It's got a nice carport, and one thing about this home I really liked when we went and saw it a couple days ago, huge laundry area. And so it's got plenty of room for like a mud room. You come out of the garage there into the laundry area before you go into the kitchen. Or if you need a little bit more kitchen, it's set up in a way that you could easily expand that kitchen into this laundry room and still have plenty of room to get your clothes done. It's got a nice chain link fenced backyard for only $139,500 today.
$139,500 for site built house, correct?
Yeah.
Site built house, Mantle Manors, Gun Barrel City, and they got 3 bedrooms into a 1,053 square foot house. I guess you could probably put 3 bedrooms into a smaller house than that. You're going to have to work, but
you can.
The good thing
that's
is
about the size of my house until we had the new add-on.
Okay.
We had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath as well.
Okay. And so that's good. You get your 3 bedrooms, you get your 2-bath, but for a lot of people, you keep that square footage down. So that's less to clean, less to maintain, less to heat, less to air. It's very good economical living there.
Exactly. I mean, for a person like me that likes to be outdoors,
Yeah.
I don't like cleaning. It's not my favorite thing to do personally, and so I like a little less square footage to take care of, a little more yard. This one's got 2 lots to go along with it.
Yeah, we're getting more and more people in the area that are looking for economical housing because their housing is getting to be more just the place. That's where you eat, that's where you sleep, and things like that, but they are out and about. I mean, when they're away, they're either out in the yard, out on the town, or out somewhere in the U.S. wandering around enjoying this beautiful country. So, so economical living plays a big part into their lifestyle.
Right, a beautiful home for only $139,500 today.
$139,500. That's really good. Site built house under the 150. That's a good buy. What do you got next?
Well, speaking of enjoying the beautiful country, We got a beautiful piece of countryside here.
Okay.
This is over on County Road 4042. This is located between 7 Points and Kemp. You've got 17.41 acres here for $156,735. Now that may sound like a strange number. It's not a nice even zero at the end, but that works out to roughly $9,000 an acre. And in that area, we're consistently seeing $10,000 and up per acre, and several properties listed recently at the $30,000 per acre. So this is a good price point on this property, and it does have a nice pond and a barn that's currently used as a hay barn, but you could do some projects, different things in there as well.
Yeah, the 30,000 an acre is starting to move in. You had that acre, would you mention that week before last?
2 weeks ago, north of town.
North of Maybank there, that 1 acre for $30,000 there. And that one's already under contract. So
it's going to be the norm pretty soon.
It's going to be the norm. I mean, a few years ago, was it about 5 years ago, most things were $2,500 an acre. And when people started listing at $5,000 to $7,500, you know, words were said about that, but it started selling, and then it started listing at the 8, and same thing, but it started selling. Then the 9, then the 10, and now we're starting to see some pieces going at the 30,000 an acre, and you've got 17.41 acres here at 9,000 per acre. This isn't quite in the area where a lot of that 30,000 an acre is. It's kind of in between that North Maybank and the Scurry, but that's closing in. It's closing in there. So you got people over in Scurry area asking 30 an acre. You got people north of Maybank that are starting to ask 30 an acre. You've got right there in between between Kemp and 7 Points at about the 9, and then like you got down there by Kearns for what, about 2,500 an acre still down there.
Yeah. And this is a beautiful piece, and so if you're looking for an ag exemption, it has the acreage there, currently used for hay. Most of it's pasture. It does have a little bit of woods and some scattered trees on it here. But this past week, I've been seeing a lot of people, their pictures of them outside early in the morning, watching the wildlife. If you're looking to also do the same this fall, this might be a good place for you.
What about a pond or anything like that? I know a lot of people have been asking for properties lately that already have a pond or some type of water source on it, a creek coming through it, things like that, either for watering livestock or just for the sheer enjoyment of it.
Yeah, this one has a pond on the property. If you want to expand it, we also have lots of people that do dirt work in the area. We could get you in touch with them. But it does have a functioning pond on it currently.
Okay, so if it has a pond, it can, it's not set in stone unless it's literally dug out of stone somehow, but that's something that they can get with us, and there's contractors in the area that have track hose, dozers, things like that. They can either add you a pond to a property or expand that pond, either make it deeper, wider, longer, upper, downer.
I know several people that are getting that done right now.
So you do that. We see a lot of that driving around the roads. We see a lot of dirt work going on ponds right now.
And so I want to get to also 2 commercial properties before we have to get out of here today.
So we're switching from acreage and residential now to commercial.
Right. We've got the business around the lake has just been growing astronomically. You wouldn't believe how many commercial properties in Gun Barrel City have sold this year. I don't know if they've ever had that many turnover in a single year. I haven't seen the statistics on that, but a lot of them that are available are selling.
Yeah, so we got to go look at that statistics again, because I was looking at the same thing this last week and noticing that this has been about the biggest commercial boom in the area that I've seen ever.
And it's just a natural thing. With this many people moving to the area and setting up their homes, they're bringing their businesses with them right now. And so if you're one of these people, these 2 properties are located right here in the heart of Gun Barrel City. And our first one is at 200 West Main. This is an 8,000 square foot with a building with 104 feet of frontage. So good frontage facing 334 there. It's got 3 rental spaces. Currently they're all leased. So if you're just looking for an income property, just to take over and have that rental income coming in for you, or for a storefront for yourself, this great property is sitting on 0.465 acres for $249,900. will be a good buy for you to look at today.
So you got lots of options with a property like that, either just as a straight income property, which you could purchase that, manage it yourself, or we have a full service property management group. You could just purchase that and then put it into our management department right there and just collect your income. Or if you're an entrepreneur and you need a spot for yourself, purchase the building, put yourself in one spot, and provide a great opportunity for 2 other tenants in there. They move in and they get a great place to lease, and you get some help with the note.
Right. I don't think this one's going to last long. I know several people that have had small businesses that this has been a boom year for them, and they're looking to expand out, get a better storefront, maybe their first storefront, and this is going to be a good price.
Yeah, that's a good price, and that's a good location. That's right there in the heart of Gun Barrel City, right?
Yeah, and our second one on the commercial side is just south of there. This is going to be on South 198 or South Gun Barrel Lane. Goes by a few names, all these roads around here. But you've got a 2,800 square foot building with 180 feet of frontage. Now, it's a little smaller building, but more actual road frontage, and so more visibility on this one. And you've got 3 different offices in this one as well. The first one has a roll-up door in the back, so maybe if you're a business that has delivery trucks, things coming in, bigger items. Your middle one has 2 offices and a bath. All these are going to have a bathroom, each individual office.
So the different tenants don't have to share one bathroom. Each office space has.
Yeah, that's correct. And so depending on whether it's just for your business or clients that may come into your office, that would be a big help. And then the third building has several different office spaces and a side entrance. So if you may even could split that up into a couple of different businesses inside that same office as well. And all of this for $129,500.
$129,500 right there, Gun Barrel City. Now the other one was $249,900 and had about 8,000 square foot on the building and 104 feet of frontage. This one, it's about a third of the size on the building, but you bump up to 180 feet of frontage, and you're at 129.5. You said
129.5, and I would have to look back once again at our statistics, but I don't know of a commercial building going for any cheaper than that in Gun Barrel City right now.
I don't know of anything better priced than that. If you're wanting to get into the commercial real estate world, that's a great price, great opportunity right there. And you got three spots, which right. One thing I look at on commercial investing, like a retail center, is by having 3 spots, you kind of hedge your bets, because sometimes tenants come, tenants go. But if you have 3 spots versus 1 spot, if a tenant, like for instance, their business booms and they need more space, and so they've got to move up to a bigger facility, so you lose your tenant. Well, you've still got 2 tenants in there with income coming in while you're filling that 3rd spot, so you're not out your whole income.
Yeah, like we always like to talk about, getting good investment properties that help themselves.
Yeah,
this is a good opportunity.
Yeah, you make money by extending opportunities to others. So those are both great buys. And what about lending, real quick? Just last kind of thing. We're always talking about the residential lending and even the farm and ranch lending. What about the commercial lending? You got any commercial lenders in the area? How does that work?
We do. The commercial lending is going to be a little bit more specified than just residential lending. More often when you get into commercial lending, some of your local banks might be a better option for you, just because you already do your financing with them on a regular basis. They're going to have all of your information on hand. They're going to know you. They know your business, what you've been doing, can see your profits and loss and things to be able to work you out better financing options.
Yeah, and we've got some great banks around the area that you or I can put people in touch with, and go for it. If this is something you're thinking about, even if it's just kind of a dream for the future, even get with us so we can put you in touch with those lenders, because it's good to get in touch with the lenders, sit down, have that initial interview. So, I might be thinking, oh, I'm probably going to need this and this and this, but the banker says, no, you're actually going to need this, this, and this, and you're closer to your opportunity than you think. And that way they give you a line item list of, you need A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 to get yourself going in this business.
Yeah, whether it's business or homes, I would say if you've thought about it, check on it right now. It's never been a better time to purchase in our history.
And our lenders, they love talking to people. Oh, they love talking. So, great time to get in touch with them. And if they want to get in touch with you, Brett, how do they do that?
You can give me a call on my cell at 903-340-6301.
Or I'm Shy at 903-340-6159. Or our office. What's our office number, Brett?
Our office, located right there in the heart of Gun Barrel City, is 903.
Coming week, the next week.
Should be next week.
Well, I won't be here, but Taylor will be back.
Okay. I guess we can make do there.
Yeah, y'all can make, I think he knows what to do. Maybe.
Yeah.
Y'all might have to steer him away.
We've met him a few times.
Yeah, just a few. Just slap him around for me. But we'll be back with the trading post right after this.